You are now tuned in to the essentials.
Music you need to know. But I know I did stuff. Anyways, so we're here with. I'm sorry, I pronounced your name wrong.
Yeah,
earlier.
me too.
Blazon. It's all good. A lot of people pronounce it wrong. Some people call me Blase. So you were closer than a lot of people.
Blaze. I just
I have like a weird accent. Blazon. Blazon.
There you go. Blazon. Like it like rolls off the tongue like Blazon. Just like that.
Where'd that come from? Like what?
It's actually my stage name. So Blazon derives from two words that I kind of conjoin, like blazon, being like consistently hot, and maven means it basically is someone who like a connoisseur in giving knowledge. So
nice.
Yeah.
So how did you pick up on that name?
I just being a creative individual that I've always been, it's kind of like, okay, cool. Let me create something that actually sounds like a real name. Yeah. It's crazy because a lot of people don't know what my real name is, but my real name is Nana. My parents are from West Africa, and where they're from, it means king. Wow. So that's where the King Blaze comes in. So that's how kind of do everything.
It all ties in.
Exactly. It all ties in and it makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was kind of like gonna get this started because, I mean, I stumbled upon your music on SoundCloud. It was that Kings Boulevard track.
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, and then Thurs tweeted it out too, and I was like, yo, this is dope, and that's how I kind of like started getting into your music and all that. But so you're from South Central, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Lamert Park district of South Central. I grew up over there, went to school over there, seen a lot of things over there. Yeah. Yep, that's home. Yeah. That's home.
So have you always been like doing music or?
I started doing music, essentially, I mean, it's like, as a kid, you always have, dreams of like, becoming a fireman or, a police officer, all that crazy junk. I wanted to be in the NBA. I played basketball at Dorsey High School it was very short-lived, from 9th to 11th grade. And then, I kind of, after 11th grade, I was just kind of like, dang, I'm not going to make it to the NBA. Because it's like, you just start seeing, like, the reality of things and, like, you see college scouts coming out for other people, and it was just like, okay, how many people do actually make it to the NBA, and is this really what I want to do in my life? Like, and I came to that realization in 11th grade, so I was just kind of like, all right, cool, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah. So. And that's how you, like, started getting into music?
Kind of easing my way into it. I used to, I'm not really good at I'm like one of those people that's not really good at explaining themselves, like, with words, or just, like, in a conversation, but I felt like music or just writing down my thoughts and stuff like that, it allowed me to kind of get my point across in a creative way, so that's kind of how it started. But I didn't really start doing music till I was about 22 years old.
Yeah. So were you just writing?
Yeah, I was just like writing and like, just like kind of like doing creative stuff. Like, I'm a real big basketball fan, so I would like take the teams and like make raps out of like all the NBA teams and stuff like that. And I didn't start professionally doing it till I was like 21, 22 years old. Yeah.
What was that moment that you were like, all right, I'm gonna record something?
Hearing a friend of mine back in high school, he was a producer, and he was like, yo, man, I want to bring you to my studio. Like, I want to actually see if you could, like, take this somewhere. And at the time, I was just like, all right, whatever, cool. Like, let me try it out, see how it worked. I sucked. I'm not even going to front. I was horrible. At the time, he thought, I don't know if he was just saying that just to make me feel good about myself, but he thought it was the greatest shit ever. So, he kept bringing me back, and I kind of like started developing myself like more and more, and and just kind of taking it more serious from there. Yeah.
Do you still have that track?
Woo! Man, I do think not. I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Every time I hear like an old track that I did, it just kind of makes me like
cringe.
You know, like it's crazy because like even hearing like some like some tracks from like maybe 3-4 years ago. Some of them, damn, what was I thinking? But that right there, like back in like
then
back then it was just like hearing it now, the stuff that I did back then, it's like okay, no. Yeah,
but you're also in a different mentality.
I'm in it, exactly.
You're younger.
Exactly. I was like really like hearing like this stuff that I was talking about, like yeah, like everybody has that stage. I was listening to a lot of 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent was like my favorite rapper. So you always want to emulate who you're into at the time. Like everybody has that stage where they start out, and they're like, okay, this is what I think I want to do. But then eventually and gradually, you ease into finding yourself, and I feel like that happened with me. But yeah.
So you sound like you're a part of G Unit.
Yes, I definitely sound like I was like part of G Unit. But then like I started just like kind of doing my homework and like becoming more of a student than anything, and I was like, okay, I actually want to be good. I don't want to just see what this guy is doing and then try to copy him. Like, how can you create a name for yourself doing that?
Correct.
So I started like studying different like MCs, like real MCs like Nas and Jay-Z, and and kind of putting it all in a bottle and shaking it up, and
dissecting it.
Yeah, dissecting it and studying it and like really honing my craft and becoming the person that I am today.
And what you put in, you get out. So and it really shows with your music.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Like I feel like a lot of people, it's crazy because it's just so crazy to me where it's at right now, to where people like will flat out like just emulate somebody else, and they're actually getting some they're actually going they're actually like climbing the ranks while doing it, and it's like what did you say?
I said designer.
Oh, see, she said it, I didn't. She said it, I didn't. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I've always built myself, like just kind of wanted to just build myself up off of just being original,
right?
Because at the end of the day, down the line, all that shit is gonna die out, and it's gonna be like
trends.
Yeah, exactly. It's a trend. It's like, okay, today, this guy has a sound that's in, so you're gonna copy and emulate him. But what happens when the sound switches up? You're gonna hop on the next wave and copy that guy. It's like, for what?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was crazy, that you talked about now, like kind of finding your own voice, was that was like one of my later questions, talking about how you have like a confidence in your voice, like when you listen to your music, and I was just gonna kind of expand on how you kind of reached in for that, but I mean you kind of covered that.
Yeah.
But something else about your music is kind of like essentially the relationship you have with home, like where you're from.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, because like I know you speak a lot on like your early days, this reminiscent side of you, but then at the same time, it's like you still want to be able to show people that there's more out there.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of balance like being grounded and yet like spreading your wings at the same time?
That's a really good question. I think the more reflective side of me, is more so showing people that, this is where I come from, but at the same time, because to be honest with you, just going on a quick tangent, like I didn't know where, I couldn't locate like point out where Hollywood, like it's like that to the point where like a lot of people are trapped in a certain mindset where I'm from. They don't even know where Hollywood is, like in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Like that live in South Central. They've spent their whole entire life in this area, in this box.
2 miles radius.
Exactly. I didn't find out, where Hollywood was till I was like, on my own till I was like 19, and I got my first job at the Grove, working at Abercrombie, unfortunately. But, it was like, hey, if that's what it took for me to just get out of my comfort zone and, really expand my mind and see that there's more out there, then shit, fuck it, so be it. But I think that's where the more reflective side comes from, is to show people that this is where I'm from, and some people that are from Leimert, you may be from there too, but this is not where it doesn't start and end here. You got to go out and find yourself, and just go out and experience new things, because what you've been taught might not be the right thing. You won't know until till you experience it. So that's just showing people where I'm from, and how I progressed from that.
From the opportunities that were and weren't presented to you.
Exactly.
It's interesting because I feel like that is a whole wave that is presenting itself in Leimert, with all of the artists coming, all of the music that comes out from there, the whole movement. Shout out to Verbs, who just got that LA Weekly.
Verbs. Man, it's funny because I met Verbs in like passing, but he's like becoming like a real staple in the area, especially like with the bananas and all of that. Like,
it's been around for about 8 years.
Yeah. He's been getting it in, man. Shout out to Verbs. Yeah.
And it cracks out there too, and people be out there till like 3 a.m. I'm like, man, I gotta go home.
It does, man, and it's dope, because Leimert Park is like the epicenter of Black culture in Los Angeles. So just for him to be putting that back into the community and him doing his part and truly contributing to the community, like a lot of people are like, okay, I want to do this, that, and the third, but they're not getting up off their ass and doing it. So for him to be doing that and bringing it back into the community, I think that's dope. I think more people need to follow suit, and
And you're doing that through your music, so
exactly,
it's dope,
absolutely. I gotta get on Bananas, man. A few of my homies, I got to, man.
Hit us up when you are, so we can go out there and show some love.
Man, absolutely.
So I know you were talking about like culture. I mean, like through your music, you do hear a lot of culture because like where you're from. So when did you start to kind of soak it in and exude it through your music, through your writing?
I want to say it didn't come until like I said, like I was finding myself, like growing up, like I grew up in a like I said, my parents, they're from West Africa, and I grew up, in a very strict household, just the morality that they grew up under, growing up in Africa, and, coming to Los Angeles and, having me and my sister and stuff like that, I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't really, I knew I was from Africa, but then it was a part of me that didn't really own it. I feel like when I started finding myself, I started owning it a little bit more and being way more proud of who I am and how I look like. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in the just in my music in general, like in some of my videos, I kind of display that. I have a video, Reminisce. I have my little sister's actually playing my mom.
P-Money, right?
Exactly. My little sister's actually playing my mom, and she has the African garments on and stuff like that. And I feel like that's real important because that's who I am, as a person, and just knowing where you come from. Like, you don't know where you're going if you don't know where you come from, and just being able to be blessed to know where I come from and being first generation, of African descent. I think that's such a blessing. So,
have you gone to Africa?
I did go to Africa. Yes, I went I went very young. I went summer 20. What was that? 2005.
Mm.
Yeah, I went 2005. I went out there. Super amazing experience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm trying to make another trip this year. Hopefully, if God permits it, I'm definitely trying to make another trip this year. But I encourage everybody to go. It's such a lovely and beautiful place. It's like very eye opening. Like just,
what's something that you took from there that you kind of brought it back here and kind of shared? I guess.
Just that's a very good question. As a kid, I really, because I went as a kid, so I feel like if I go now, I would be able to bring back some. Because as a kid, I was like, just naive, like, okay, cool, I'm in Africa, okay, cool, hey, let's go, okay, yeah,
like every day.
Exactly. But I feel like it would be even more of a wide. Because looking back at it, I understand how important that was for me to go back. But I know if I go back now, it's gonna be even more of an eye-opening experience. Now realizing, where
your level of consciousness.
Just the trajectory of my level of consciousness just going there. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess now that we're on consciousness, how do you elevate your consciousness?
Me personally?
Yeah.
How do I elevate my consciousness? I like to read, man. I like to read.
What are some of your favorite books?
48 Laws.
Oh, yeah, I have that one.
48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene, he's probably like one of my favorite authors. He is a very interesting dude, to say the least. Like, when you read his books, a lot of people think that I think a lot of people make the mistake of mentally taking what he's saying literal, destroy your enemy, I gotta go kill this person. Nah, it's just like, if you compete, if you're right, if you're if you're competing, the reason you're competing is to defeat the other person, and to completely defeat them, so they don't come back and, just fuck your whole shit up, right? So it's like, that's 48 Laws is definitely my favorite book. Yeah.
Have you read The Alchemist?
Why would I? Wait, that's so weird.
Why?
That's so weird. I was literally just gonna say that I need to read The Alchemist.
Oh, yeah. I think that everyone needs to read that book.
Wow.
That's a really broad. That's a really bold statement. But yes, I will stand by it.
Yeah, I need to. Everybody that I know is like, yo, man, you got The Alchemist for the past 5 years.
So you're like, fine. It's actually, you can get it on your iPhone or your iPad or your MacBook. It's on iTunes.
Oh yeah, see, I need the PDF.
Yeah, you just. I read it on my phone. I read books on my phone. If I'm somewhere for a long time, I just start reading on my phone.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
So I don't know, but some people don't like reading on their phone because it's phone. But it's convenient.
I do a lot of my reading online. So it's I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
I love just reading in general.
I like the material in front of my face, the actual book.
Yeah, some people do better with the book. I feel
I highlight. That's why
I'm ADD. Yeah. If I start reading a book, I feel like, okay, I'm reading this book, and then I start looking around and start thinking of other things I have to do too. But if I'm on the computer, if I'm on the computer on my phone, I'm like, oh, I'm just on my phone, so I trick myself into thinking I'm,
Exactly.
That's fun. But are there any other ways that you?
Elevate my level of consciousness. Just talking to people, you know what I'm saying? Just interacting with people, talking to different, just coming across all walks of life and just, learning new things from different people that you meet and stuff like that. You learn something new every day that you, meet somebody new, because, it's just all different creeds and colors of the world that you could come across and learn something new from. So I feel like, you know, just interacting with people and
being open to the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you elevate your consciousness, Liz?
I write.
Oh, nice.
Meditate. I've been meditating recently, so and that really helps.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's really positive habit that I'm trying to grow. So
I pray. Is this like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
been praying a lot.
Yeah. And that, praying definitely. Yeah.
And I've been playing the audio Bible.
Yay!
like literally within the past 2 days, I've been doing that. Just because, again, I can't sit and read a book.
Oh, so you got the Bible app?
Yeah, and it just like reads it for you.
That's what's up. I've actually used that.
There's like this animated one voice too, and that's on YouTube. Not animated, but it's like it'll animate the voices. So when different people are talking, so you're just it'll change tones and stuff. That's on YouTube.
So it just kind of like keeps you like.
I'm totally cheating, but yeah.
Okay.
It's funny.
So let's actually get into some of your tracks so we can talk about them after.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into Kings Boulevard, Live from Crenshaw, and Bill Gates.
Welcome back to the Essentials.
This is a part where
we're trying to make $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Till it's stacked to, what is it, to a ceiling?
$1 billion. $1 million is not enough. Like, Oprah has $1 billion. You know how much $1 billion is? That's a lot. I need that. Like, I need $1 billion. Like,
facts.
Yeah. Like, money ain't everything, but
it's something.
It'll ease some of your problems.
But Biggie says the more money you have, the more problems you'll have.
That's very true. That's very true. But
what's up with that?
at this point,
he's like, I still need that $1 billion though.
I need rich nigga problems, man. For real. For real. We all got problems. Ain't nobody exempt from having problems. But if I had a choice, I need rich nigga problems.
He's got 100 problems now.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
He's like,
oh, yeah.
Well, we just played Kings Boulevard, Live from Crenshaw, and Bill Gates. And I confess that Live from Crenshaw is my favorite.
That's her favorite.
Yeah.
That's her favorite.
And I did hear part 2.
Yes.
Produced by Smokey Got Beats.
Yes, Smokey.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Smokey, man. That's my guy. Super dope. We got like some stuff that we working on right now. But Smokey is like super dope, super driven, like, you know, he's from New Zealand, by the way. And like, you know, he's really doing a good job in making waves out here in the States. So, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now we're talking about like your relationship with Smokey. Do you want to talk about how you kind of go about the direction of the sound of your music? Because I know it's like this like versatile.
Yeah, it's very
sound,
like,
you know.
I don't like to like. I hate when people call me like a conscious rapper. Like, I'm flat out an artist. Like, I pride myself in being able to do whatever it is that I feel, because I make all different types of like I listen to all different types of music, and I have. One day I could be listening to Nas, and the next day I'm listening to Young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how I dictate like what I want to do with my music. Like, I feel like life is a balance. You know what I'm saying? Because I could give you a Live from Crenshaw, I could also give you a Bill Gates. You know, and I feel like, you know, I really pride myself in being versatile with my sound.
So you're not in the box. You're
not in the box. Do not put me in a box.
You're in a circle.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
Yay. So are we going to see visuals from any of those 3 tracks?
Yeah, I actually have some stuff that I'm working on right now visually that should be out this month. Like, some next level. Yeah.
Because I stumbled upon that Strangers video.
Oh yes.
That was so dope.
Thank you.
It was different. It was,
It was
like
it
so
was,
much. There was like a lot of symbolism.
Yes. Yeah.
For the track.
Simplicity is like
Yeah.
key with me. Like, you know, something simple and straightforward, straight to the point, not going over people's heads. Like, you know, I really pride myself on that. So yeah. I'm
So
glad you like that.
What was the inspiration behind the track, and how did you come about, like, for the vision?
I feel like I feel like just with men in general, I feel like a lot of men, you know, aren't really vocal about taking responsibility for their, you know, mishaps in relationships. So I feel like
Just kidding. Making sound effects over here.
I feel like, you know, just experiencing what I've experienced and going through what I've gone through, I feel like, okay, I gotta give the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's ugly, I gotta give the truth. Like, I base myself on giving truth. And
Definitely.
I feel like that's just what's true, you know. Sometimes, you know, well, a lot of times, you know, just in relationships, you know, you meet a person, you guys become friends, you guys get super close, and then in the end, you guys become total strangers, you know. And with that track, it was actually based off personal experience and, you know, my mishaps and things like that. So,
it's a powerful track.
yeah. In the video, the concept, I just came up with it, like, it was very simple, you know, like we fall, and as we were falling, like, if you watch the Strangers video, as you can see, as we're falling, like, we're like parting our ways, you know, we're going separate ways, and the us falling represents the relationship taking a tumble. So yeah,
it's a cool video.
Thank you.
It looks very futuristic too.
Yes.
I like the aesthetic of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm looking real good with my, you know, suit on
Yeah.
and, you know, and all of that.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But also in your visuals, you have the book of Layson, right?
Yes. Yes.
What is this? This is kind of like your background, your upbringing.
Yeah, it kind of gives an insight into, like, my shout out to Kayla Reefer. She's my videographer. She's super dope. Kayla and Casey, as you guys see. Yeah. K and K. You know, they part of my collection.
Delegation. Right?
Exactly. Delegation.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, they're a very huge part of, you know, just my brand, you know, and shaping the way everything looks. And you know, we felt like it was it's just important to give all aspects of, you know, one's life. And I feel like the Book of Layson allows the listener to actually take a walk with me and, you know, visually, you know, take a walk with me and go back to my high school, you know, and just give them real insight of where I came from, you know, not only in the music. And, you know, those videos are important, man. That's how, you know, you really build a connection, you know, with the people that are listening. So, yeah.
Something that I did notice about you, I guess because I do this too, is like black and white is kind of like your thing.
I love black and white.
Is there like a reasoning behind that?
I just love film. Like, I love film. This guy, he's, like I said, he shoots a lot of film. And I really fell in love, like, when we started shooting, like, a few years ago, I fell in love with just the look of how film looks. It's classic. Like, it's classic. Like, and I love expired film. I love the way that it looks. So I think that's where I kind of, like, just got married to that, you know, that look, you know, because black and white is, like, classic no matter, you know, what it is. When you see a black and white photo, you like, damn, that's a classic photo right there. You feel me? So, yeah.
I feel like it holds a lot of emotion and what's going on.
Yeah, and it tells
more than color. I don't know why.
In its own right, it kind of, like, tells a story too, you know. And everything that I do, like, you know, I want to tell a story. You know, there's a story behind. So, whether it's with the music, from the photos, all around, you know, I want to tell a story. So, that's why I really just like the aesthetic of how black and white looks.
For sure.
Yeah.
Something interesting about your story. You recently went to Coachella, right?
Yes, I went to Coachella.
How was that experience?
That was
You
an
You performed.
Yes,
right?
I performed. That was an experience, man, because that was the first time I ever even been to Indio. Like,
Wow.
never
Oh,
been to
really?
Coachella. Never
Sweet.
been to Coachella ever, and that was like the first time. Shout out to Thurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you do
Party
the
in my living
party
room.
in the living room?
Exactly. That was
I
man.
love that one.
She went last year.
I
to
went last year to the
Coachella
one
edition.
in India.
to the one in. Oh yeah, see, I missed it.
That one was so good. It was
I heard.
so good.
I heard.
It was
I heard.
probably one of my favorite ones because it wasn't as cracking yet.
Really.
So it was. I mean, there were still a lot of people there,
Yeah.
but man, the sound was great. The music was awesome.
That's dope.
It was Thurs.
Mickey was
Sir,
out there,
Mickey Taylor. It just, I don't know. It was just a really dope vibe.
They did it at night last year, huh?
Mhm.
Was it at night? Okay.
It was at nighttime. And did they do it at daytime this time?
They
like a
did it.
pool
It was a
thing.
daytime thing this
That
year.
was indifferent.
Yeah.
There was
Wow.
like, there's free drinks, so you're just chilling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, which is great for them, but their party in my living room just started getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, man. Thurs is really doing a really good job at just like, just bringing everybody in the city together and like not only the artists but the people
The
that
people
actually
follow.
Yeah, man. Like he threw like the first one was out here. It was in Inglewood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun.
Were you there?
No, I was not.
Oh.
I didn't go to. I felt so bad because my first party in my living room was Halloween. Yeah,
That one was packed.
so packed.
Okay,
Too
that's what I'm
packed.
saying. Like, it got to the point where it's like, okay, we're going to a party
crazy.
and
Yes.
at a house, and it was a lot of people.
It was super
It
packed.
was way too packed.
It was. Oh shit, you were there too. Oh.
Yeah, we were.
We were
Oh
all
wait,
there.
you were there? Damn. Shit, I'm like, damn, the whole crew was up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, we were all there.
Damn.
It was fun, but man, it was a lot of people and
It
the
was-
alcohol ran out. I'm like, man, this
Yeah.
is nothing like the first one. You couldn't
My-
hear the music. Like,
Yeah, it was really packed.
it was a great turnout. It was awesome in itself. Like, the whole thing is awesome, but yeah, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. My homie like got drunk and he like started like a little dance circle. I was like, damn, this is how it goes up. This is your first party in my living room and you turning up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? Yeah.
It was a real party. It was like a real It was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, it was super dope. And
Did you dress up?
Yes, I went as MF Doom.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I remember you.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes, I saw that.
That's tight.
That's
yes.
crazy.
That was me. I had the
Wow.
army fatigue on. Yeah, with the I
That's
had the like real
crazy.
Doom mask. It was like 5 pounds. Like it was really heavy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was sweaty. Just it's wild. It was wild.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, just what Thurs is doing. I really fuck with, and he's like one of the people that I've like just looked up to, like in terms of like LA rappers. Like I looked up to Thurs before he even knew who I was. Just
I
with
feel you.
you and I, and what they were doing and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
yeah.
It's heavy, like, and I don't feel like he gets the credit he deserves, but
Yeah.
everyone who like is in the scene knows that there is to be respected.
Yeah,
you know?
no, absolutely.
And knows everything he's done and everything that he's influenced and.
Absolutely. He was a part of, like, he was there, like, with the fucking resurgence of, like, all the talent that's coming out of LA. Like, he was one of the guys that was at the forefront with you and I. And, when you start seeing, when guys like Pac Div and Dime and all of these guys, Thurs was right there. So,
Yeah.
Thurs and YL, man, that was like one of the only things I used to listen to when I started, like, expanding,
Your music.
my music and the shit that I was listening to. So yeah. Thurs is, shout out to Thurs, man.
His band is amazing too.
Yo, the first time I saw him perform was at the Echo. He opened up for Bilal. Man, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, that, like, he really made me feel like, yo, I gotta step my shit all the fucking way up. Like, yeah, because I performed with the band too, and just seeing he had like 4 or 5 piece band with the fucking singer and shit.
She's amazing.
She was fucking amazing.
She'll fuck shit up by herself.
Man, by herself. Like, and just seeing that shit and seeing how hard he went, I was like, yo, I really revere, like, you know, his stage performance. Like, not only, it's one thing to make good music, it's another thing to bring that out in a fucking live show. Like, so many people half-ass that shit, but that shit is such an important aspect of just being an artist. You know, like, the live show is fucking everything.
That's
like,
it. That's
it. Fucking it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like your break or make it right there.
Exactly. You heard Michael Jackson's music, you loved his music. But when you fucking saw him perform,
it was another level. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This motherfucker's not human. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a very important aspect of just being an artist, and Thurs definitely has that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to him for getting you out to Coachella.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. That was amazing. It was hot as fuck out there, though. It was like 100 degrees or some shit like that.
Is it really sandy? Is it really dry?
Yo, it was hella sandstorms.
That's so crazy.
Hella sandstorms. Like, I kid you not. Fucking birds flying, and then the shit just drops out the fucking sky and shit. I don't know if that was because of the heat. Yeah, yo, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, damn.
Are we supposed to be out here?
Yeah, safe? I was like, yo, is it fucking safe out here? Like, what the fuck? Damn, this is really the desert. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Out there. Yeah, it's so far.
Yeah, it's super far. But it was fun. It was definitely a fun experience.
Okay, well, we're going to get into the questions that we ask every artist that comes up in here. The first one is called Evoke the Folk. If you could evoke one thought into persons with your message, your music, or what you leave behind, what would that be?
If I could leave one thought.
In everyone's mind. Like, if you just sparked that one.
Is that you are a fucking king or a queen.
Amen.
I like that.
Yes. You are a king, you are a queen. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
I feel like it needs like a pause.
Yeah, no,
I feel like it needed a pause.
No, it's so real, man. It's so real because I think the mind is a powerful thing, and, you know, your thoughts become reality. And a lot of people don't really think highly of themselves, you know, for whatever reason. And I feel like the more you think of yourself as, you know,
royalty.
As of that, you know, as of royalty, you know, people are gonna not only, you know, will it show, but people are gonna treat you like that as well.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
The second question, I still feel like it needs a pause, but like that's actually one of my favorite questions to ask the artists.
Yeah.
That come through here. It's just like it tells so much about them.
Yeah.
The second one also tells a lot about the artist. Is called The Music Baby. If you could, it's basically your dream collaboration. If you can throw any musical act in a studio, if you had the budget to do it, you can't be part of it.
Okay.
You're just orchestrating it, basically. Who would you throw in? Make one song. Throw in there. Who would you?
To make one song, let me see. I would say Nas and Just Blaze. Nas and Just Blaze.
That'd be interesting.
Nas and Just Blaze for sure.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Nas, or can I have a second one too?
Sure.
Yeah.
Nas and all Kanye beats, but late registration Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like that.
You're gonna say
make
something.
that happen?
Uh-oh.
I really like that. No,
Yeah.
I heard
Okay.
it. Like, I
Yeah.
low-key almost heard it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah. She's over there having like a breakdown and shit.
Nothing to you, Kanye. He's wearing silver contacts. Lord knows what else is going on with him. I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of, those are basically the questions that we ask everyone that comes in here.
Dope.
But we're about to wrap up. We just want you to tell the people where they can find you and your music.
They could find me. You guys could find me on mainly everything at Blazon Maven, SoundCloud.com/Blazon Maven, Facebook, Blazon Maven, Twitter.com/Blazon Maven, Instagram.com/King Blaze. Yep.
King Blaze.
Or just King Blaze. Yeah. Yep. Yes.
How do you spell King Blaze?
K-I-N-K-I. Yeah, I need to spell it because a lot of people fuck up on the spelling too.
Yeah, or Blaze,
exactly,
or Blaze.
exactly. Instagram is KINGBLAISE, and SoundCloud, Twitter, and Facebook is BLAISONMAVEN.
All right, there you go.
Yes.
There you have it. It's all loud and clear for you.
Yep.
And what's that outro track?
I think it's fourth choice.
Fourth Beats, go ahead and introduce.
What is the outro?
The outro track.
Here's three. Tonight.
Tonight we
Who's
will be
gonna
listening
be?
to some
Drum roll, please.
to Drake.
Boo.
That was very anticlimactic.
All right, this is cool. It's an interlude off the Views album.
What's it
Right?
called?
It's Summer's Over interlude.
Oh,
Why'd you choose this?
genius.
I chose this because it's sung by one of my favorite OVO artists, and
Majid.
Majin, killing it,
They slept on, man.
Yeah.
right?
Man.
It's
They're amazing.
It's
Majid
crazy
Jordan.
how his whole team is being slept on, and like Drake
Yeah,
is just
dude.
being, overpowering everyone.
Man, we were just talking about that. Like Majid, like their project went
Yeah.
so overlooked.
And they
Yeah.
sold out every show in North America. Off
That's
the tour.
crazy.
They're amazing.
They're amazing.
I can't imagine seeing them live.
Man,
That would be way
So
too
tight.
much.
man, they're amazing.
Well,
Good choice though.
let's get into the outro track brought
Let's
to
do
you by Fourth Beats. It's the Summer's
Yeah,
Over
boy.
interlude off of Views. And this is The Essentials, music you need to know. See you guys next week.
We love you.
We do love you.